Bradley, stage managers have a very busy job, and a portion of that job, a large portion of that job, is taking care of others. So in that busy lifestyle career, how do you make time or practice self-care?
I've really come to realize the importance of this in the last year of my career, really. We can get so lost in taking care of everybody else in this job that it's hard to take care of ourselves. But it is really important to carve out time or things to take care of yourself. For me personally, the thing that I've really gotten into in the last year is rock climbing, which sounds it's a specific answer, but it's a hobby that I love and am really interested in. And I find, like, when I'm on the rock climbing wall, the only thing that matters in the world is me and the wall. It's the only time where everything else dissipates, where, like, whatever is happening else in my life or in the show goes away, and I'm just focusing on that one thing. Because if I don't, I will fall off the wall. I think relationships are really important. Like, I really lean on my friends and my family and the people who are close to me, like, outside of this world. That when, mental health is becoming this topic that is greatly discussed, and I think that's super important. And it's important to say, like, as stage managers, like, we are humans. We are not robots. We need to take care of ourselves, and sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we struggle. Sometimes we get tired. Sometimes we exhaust ourselves so much taking care of everybody else that you need to say, like, to your best friend, hey, like, can you just, like, come over tonight and can we, like, watch a rom-com and eat popcorn?
What Bradley said, like, carving out time that is just your own. But the other thing to add to that is also setting cutoff dates with, or cutoff times with my phone or my email or whatever. I'll see stuff come in because we're on our phones constantly, and so my work email will come to my phone and I'll see it, but just having a personal that can wait till morning, and knowing that the world is not going to collapse if I don't respond to that email tonight, and just saying it can wait till morning. I am off the clock, and so I'm off the clock.
When I never thought of self-care per se, because my care was for the theater, and that was my self-care. And then I went and had an Alexander class with a very famous Alexander teacher. And it was quite revealing because she, Kelly McKevenue, said, "You're imploded. I can feel your body is imploded from bearing all the responsibilities that stage managers do, particularly in rehearsals and technical periods where people are coming at you with requests and demands, and it's your job to take those on." So that sort of changed my thinking a bit. And there's two facets which Brad and AJ have both addressed. One of it is daily, and you do have to try and limit how the theater is I do not answer work emails. I try and keep my personal and work emails separate. I have separate accounts for those, and I will not even look at my work emails when I'm not at the theater. Beyond the day-to-day, you need to nurture things in yourself over time. When I started in big musicals, the thing I discovered was that you don't need rest as a stage manager. You don't need to do nothing. You need, as Bradley said, you need to devote yourself hugely to something else. That becomes the mental palate cleanser. I learned to fly. I became a pilot. My pilot license has since lapsed, but I flew planes, private planes, little planes, just for me.
I'm lucky. I have a family. I have 2 children. My partner's not in the business at all. We've been together 30-some years. So it's great when I go home, the door shuts and my focus is on my children. My focus is on my partner, my pets. Like you, John, I have my work email does come to my phone, and if someone really needs to speak to me, they call me or they text me. On my day off, I've learned over the years to turn off my phone. I don't look at my phone. I don't look at my emails. And on Monday morning or the day after the day off, I look at it and go, oh, I guess I should deal with that right now. But it's not brain surgery. It's not rocket science. It's people care what we do. So there can't be anything it can't be that much of an emergency that I can't take a day off or I can't have an evening off or a morning off. So, and it took me a long time. It took me 20-some years to really come to that because like you, John, I was raised in the school of the show always has to go on. The show always is, it's all about the show. It's all about the show. And I've become more selfish to help me get through those really dire times that you have to deal with that stress. And I have to take baby steps now. I do have to look after myself. So self-care, that's an interesting concept. I guess I've just naturally found that over the years.
There is a rhythm to the theater, and you sometimes have to prepare yourself. Especially when I'm working on big shows, I will have some bad nights because there are so many elements swimming in your head and you're anticipating and problem solving, and you can't shut off the show, and you'll go to bed and you'll sleep 4 hours and wake up and your brain is going, and you have to write stuff down. You're solving, and I've got to do this and I've got to do that, and this is, look out for this, and this person said they needed this, which was a trivial thing 2 days ago, but it's coming at you. And that's hard, and you get tired. And I don't think there is a solution. I don't have a solution to that. I can't stop it. You have to have a certain fortitude in your constitution to endure that. It doesn't last, that period. It's in the late rehearsal into the tech is when everything is piling in. And the hours at the theater are very long. And you literally just have to power through it.
So my generation is very big on self-care and getting the help you need and asking for help when you need it and things like that. A really thing that I'm kind of a big believer in is there's the whole kind of checking your baggage at the door when you go into a rehearsal space or things like that, but also flipping it to checking your work problems and things like that at the door when you come home. I understand that sometimes you take your paperwork home and things like that, so you get home and you said, okay, at 8 o'clock tonight, I'm gonna close my laptop, or I'm gonna close every tab I have open for work right now and not come back to them until tomorrow. It's really important to me to set that limit, to stop and kind of take my mind out of the work world.